Emeka stood outside the modest semi-detached house in Leeds, watching the rain trail down his car windshield. Inside was the life he built, brick by brick, pound by pound. And inside was Ada, the woman he once called his future. 5 years ago, their love was forged in fire. Back in Nigeria, they had little but dreams. Emeka was already in the UK on a student visa, driving Ubers at night and working in warehouses by day. Ada was the girl who believed in him when he had nothing but ambition. "I'll bring you here," he had promised. "We'll build a life together." And he had kept that promise. When he saved enough for a spousal visa, he brought her over. He paid her fees to enroll in a nursing program. He worked triple shifts, sometimes sleeping in his car to avoid the cost of commuting. When she got her placement in an NHS hospital, they celebrated with jollof rice and laughter. She kissed him and whispered, "This is our dream, Emeka." But dreams are fragile things. It started subtly. Adi's shifts became longer. She started coming home later, wearing perfume Emeka didn't recognize. He noticed new clothes, a phone upgrade he hadn't bought, and a sudden interest in privacy, locking her phone, changing her passwords, avoiding his gaze. "You're imagining things," she said when he asked. "You're paranoid." But Emeka wasn't stupid. He saw the signs. The final blow came on a Friday night when he followed his instincts and her. She said she was working a night shift. But she drove to a flat across town. He waited. An hour later, a man opened the door in shorts and pulled her in by the waist. Her laugh echoed down the corridor. Emeka felt his chest tighten. His hands shook, not with rage, but with something worse, devastation. This was the woman he sacrificed everything for. This was his wife. When she returned home the next morning, humming and smiling, Emeka confronted her. "You were with someone else," he said simply. Her face dropped, then hardened. "So what if I was?" He stared at her, stunned. "What do you mean?" "I'm tired of pretending," she said coldly. "You brought me here, yes. But that doesn't mean you own me. I don't owe you my life." Emeka couldn't believe what he was hearing. "You think this is about ownership? I gave you everything. I worked myself to the bone so you could become someone here. I never asked you to," she snapped. He almost laughed, bitterly. "Of course you did. Every time you said you loved me. Every time you said we were a team." She crossed her arms. "I've changed, Emeka. I've seen what's out there. I want more. More than what? More than you." The words struck like bullets. She moved out 2 weeks later. He found out she had already applied for permanent residency, using his status as her spouse. Legally, she didn't need him anymore. The betrayal was complete. Months passed. Emeka kept driving, kept working, kept existing. The house was quiet without her. Friends pitied him. Some said he should take legal action. Others advised him to move on. But Emeka didn't want revenge. He wanted understanding. One night, he visited the church they used to go to. He sat in the last pew, watching families and couples pray. An old woman approached him, someone he barely remembered. "I heard what happened," she said gently. "You're not the first, Emeka. And you won't be the last." He looked up, eyes tired. "How do people survive this kind of betrayal?" She smiled softly. "By realizing that someone else's betrayal doesn't define your worth." Emeka let the word settle. For so long, he'd seen himself as the victim. The fool. The man used and discarded. But slowly, a shift began. He enrolled in a business course at a local college. He began writing in a journal, pouring out the things he could never say to Adis. He joined a support group, immigrants like him, some with similar stories, all struggling to heal. One day, almost a year later, he got a letter. It was from Addis. I don't expect forgiveness. But I owe you the truth. I was overwhelmed. The UK changed me. I got caught up in what I thought I deserved. I confused freedom with selfishness. You didn't deserve what I did. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Emeka stared at the letter for a long time. He didn't cry. He didn't smile. He folded it and put it away. He didn't reply. Forgiveness, he realized, didn't always need to be shared. Sometimes it was something you gave yourself, quietly, firmly, and without permission from the one who hurt you. Today, Emeka owns a small logistics company. He employs 3 drivers. He sends money back to his aging mother in Nigeria and mentors young immigrants trying to find their footing. He still thinks of Addis sometimes. But not with hatred. Not even with regret. Just with understanding. Because some people come into your life to walk with you. Others come to teach you how to walk alone.